Coming up on Dude, Don't Just Lick Stuff.
But I've been seeing on your TikTok.
Just throwing shit out
the
there.
Savvy Bee. Go follow her for nature tips? What do you do? Tell the people what you do.
I'm an herbalist.
Same thing. Tart the Totes?
To tart the totes.
Fall.
It's bingo time!
I've soiled my tunic.
Welcome back to Dude, Don't Just Lick Stuff, the Adventure Time rewatch podcast with a flair for food. I'm Seth, and with me, as always, is everybody's favorite sister, Savvy. Say hi, Savvy.
Hi, Savvy.
Hello. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back,
Thank you.
to my humble abode. How's your day been?
It's been good. It's been good.
That's awesome.
You know, we're recording in the winter.
Yes.
And it's been rainy.
It has been raining.
And it's been good, though. Like, not anything crazy.
Yeah.
You know, just been walking the dog when it's not rainy. Playing in the mud puddles, you know.
This may date the episode a little bit, but I've been seeing on your TikTok.
Just throwing shit out
the
there.
Savvy Bee. Go follow her for nature tips? What do you do? Tell the people what you do.
I'm an herbalist.
Same thing.
I'm a clinical herbalist. So I do consultations with people. I make products. I do little videos that Seth's about to talk about where I am like identifying plants on my walks. So yeah.
That was the video I just most recently saw. It was you. What was the plant again? It was
It's chickweed.
I was gonna say butternut squash.
Why?
I don't know. My brain is not right here right now.
Oh no.
But you know where it is?
Where?
It's in season 2, episode 9, The Other Tarts.
What?
Yeah.
Before we get to it.
Okay.
How was your day?
It was fine.
Okay.
The Other Tarts.
Just figured I'd ask.
I appreciate it. But season 2, episode 9, The Other Tarts. Do you want to know when it aired?
Tell me.
January 6th. Just kidding. It's January 3rd, 2011. We're out of 2010, y'all.
Ta-da! Oh,
But my day was fine. Nothing to mention. So
nothing to mention.
nothing to mention.
It's just been a long day.
You ready for a synopsis?
I'm so ready.
Princess Bubblegum, of all people, assigns Finn and Jake a dangerous assignment, carrying rare tarts from the Candy Kingdom, or for a Candy Kingdom ceremony. They decide to protect the tarts using various deceptions and tricks, but discover the difficulty of completing their job the hard way.
Yeah, the boys get into some stuff.
Yeah, some very avoidable things.
Some very avoidable stuff.
Credits. Directed by...
Larry Leader.
Perfect. Story by...
Meriwether Williams. No.
You're going to get this...
Thurip Van Orman.
Yes.
Pendleton Ward.
Yes.
Steve Little. No. I can't remember.
This is the only one that's different that I saw.
Of course it is.
In the first 10 episodes.
Yeah.
It's Mark Banker.
Oh, no, I would not have gotten
So
that.
it replaced Meriwether Lewis and Steve Little. They're gone. Mark Banker.
They're out of here.
They're gone. They're fired. Mark Banker, Patrick McHale, Pendleton Ward, Thurip Van Orman.
Okay.
So instead of 5, we have 4.
Okay.
I can't bend my pinky all the way down.
Why not?
I don't know.
What's wrong with your pink? You can't.
What?
It's like straight out. Bend it.
Anyways, written and storyboarded by Aqua Costaware and Tom Herthick.
Yeah. They had a little bit of talking in the DVD commentary.
Fantastic.
There wasn't a whole lot to pick out. Completely honest, not a lot there.
And I think that's okay.
But that's okay.
But before we get started, I want to clarify something. You might be like, wait, they're doing this episode when in Hulu it says her parents?
It's all messed up.
This one's the worst one, I think.
It's so bad.
Because this initially aired as the 9th episode of season 2 and appears as the 12th episode on all DVD and streaming.
Yeah.
Switching places with her parents.
Yes.
And this episode used to be called Death by Dessert.
And To Cut a Woman's Hair also had a weird order thing going on. Yeah, so follow the wiki for the correct order.
Yes, or just follow our show.
Or just follow our show. Just know what we're doing.
And you know where to find us because you're pretty much here. So
you're here. Tell other people where to find us so then they can know where we are.
And then they'll know we're here.
But this was called what?
Death by Dessert.
Death by Dessert.
Was
That's
the
a fun
original
one.
title.
Yeah. The Other Tarts is a good title, but Death by Dessert is fun.
It makes a lot more sense when you know the story. And speaking of knowing the story, I think you should lead the charge.
let's lead the charge.
Hurrah!
All right, we're starting off with an interesting note today. In the kingdom of Ooh, there's a galaxy of flavors, but only one taste sensation is amazing enough to kill for. The Royal Tarts.
The Royal Tarts.
Royal Tarts are very rare.
It's true.
They're only eaten at the most sacred gathering in Ooh, the annual back-rubbing ceremony. The tart is so legendary that countless thieves will risk their lives just for one bite. Ow! Princess Bubblegum's head will be decapitated if the tarts don't make it to the ceremony.
Dang.
Big tone shift
She don't
here.
make the rules.
She only trusts one guy to deliver them, the royal tart toter. But he's gone old and mad, and therefore she doesn't trust him anymore.
Right.
So she asks Finn and Jake to tart the totes to the ceremony instead.
To tart the totes?
To tart the totes. There's a lot. Nope, to tote the tarts. The amount of times I wrote tart the totes and had to change it to tote the tarts to the ceremony instead. Cinnamon Bun was considered for the job,
But
he's kind of half-baked.
not cool, but
It's not cool.
not all the way done correctly.
Yeah, and that was totally in her control when making him. She shows the boys to the tartorium where the tarts are made, and even the rejected tarts that are full of imperfections look stunning. Stunning.
Because they're like, wow, those look great. And she's like, those are the ones we throw in the dumpster.
She's like, those are the reject tarts, is what she said. The job is very simple. They are to take the perfect tarts in the anti-gravity tote chamber through the royal tart path to the Royal Congressional Hall in the Badlands.
And it's very well protected.
Yeah, it's considered very safe.
It's guarded.
Very protected.
It's very safe. You gave a little Trump there.
I felt it as it happened.
Very safe. Widely protected.
Before they leave, the boys discover an open flask of bubbling paralyzing potion just sitting around on the conveyor belt.
Loose
of tarts.
in the
just loose.
beaker.
No stopper.
No.
Totally open.
It's fizzing over. It's like they're like, what's that? And they're like,
She's
this
like,
could paralyze you.
Don't touch it. It will paralyze you forever. This unfortunately gives Finn an idea.
Of course.
Unfortunately.
The beginning of the end, if you will.
This is where it all goes wrong. He fills a second anti-gravity tote chamber full of rejected tarts, sprinkles the paralyzing potion on them, then straps it to Cinnamon Bun, and he's like, go. He instructs him to follow.
It's like a horse. You slap him on the back. You're like, go.
Yeah. He instructs him to follow the royal tart path, the safe path, right? And Cinnamon Bun will be their decoy.
Yeah.
While he and Jake tote the tarts through the one path that no one would expect a royal tart toter to take.
Right? Because they're like, well, this path is tried and true. They're going to know, like, that's the place they can, like, attack. Because
Exactly.
Cinnamon Bun's going to be just like, da-da-da-da.
Exactly. So he's the decoy with the paralyzing tarts, and they're going through the desert of doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. At first, the desert seems completely empty, right? It's a desert. But then Jake smells a nearby campfire. They, of course, think that could be a tart thief's campfire, and they go to check it out instead of just going on their merry way.
They could have avoided so much stuff if they're just, like, minding their own business. Like, be vigilant,
Yeah.
but don't be preemptive.
Yeah, don't be seeking out, like,
Right.
potential tart thieves, right? It turns out there's just some unhoused desert folks. You know, they used the bad word again.
I'll say it.
Will you? But Finn is convinced that they're out here trying to steal the tarts.
It's
right.
And they probably, hey, I'll give credit to them. They probably would.
They probably would.
But they don't even know it's there.
Exactly. They have to get the tart destroyers before they get the tarts because Princess Bubblegum's head is on the line.
Literally.
Yeah. And because Jake's like, why? And he's like, Princess Bubblegum's head's going to be chopped off. He's like, oh, yeah. Like, he just forgets most of the time. So if they show up empty-handed, she loses her life. So they launch a preemptive attack a la gut grinder style.
Yeah.
It looked very gut grinder,
Very gut grindy. He was just like, he was more like the citizens, like the sharp.
The spiky, yeah.
And by the way, I totally forgot to say way earlier when one of the first lines when Princess Bubblegum says, "My head will be decapitated."
Yeah.
That was completely cut in the UK and the Philippines.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not in Australia. They were good. Actually, there's no
Not
Australian.
France?
No Australian No Australian censorship this entire episode.
Wow.
Probably the first time. I don't know.
So they launch that attack, a la gut grinder style. However, the most they end up doing is alerting them to the fact that they have tarts.
Like, whoa, you got tarts?
They're like, wait, hold on. And the desert people steal half of them. He said like 5 or 6, and on the bar it's like half, you know. As Finn begins to doubt his brilliant plan, he gets a holographic transmission from PB herself.
The little pendant she gave him.
Yeah, it's the crystal pendant thing that was also meant to be a map. She called to check in on them, and they of course lied, you know, telling her that everything was bazoobs, new word for us.
Could be in the scale.
Could add another thing to the scale, and that there were no tart burglars. Like, by the way, no tart burglars.
And she's like, great.
Yeah. Instead of changing the plan from the obvious misstep, they continue on through the desert, imagining how tough Cinnamon Bun must be having it. This is when we see Cinnamon Bun himself having a super easy time.
Strolling through like an airlocked like tube.
Glass tube that is the royal tart path. He doesn't even need to tote the tarts himself.
That's true.
He comes up across the people and is like, shall I hold that for you, sir? Okay. And he hands it to them, and then, shall I hold that for you, sir? Okay. Shall I hold that for you, sir? Okay. Shall I hold that for you, sir? Okay. So on and on down the path. He's just strolling along, having the time of his life. Back in the desert, the boys are in denial. They think that they have
a river.
in a desert.
It's true.
They think they have it all figured out. In fact, they decide to go into a dark cave because no sane person would bring a tart down there.
Right.
And so, no thieves.
Again, not sane people. What was the end result? Is there a cave? Like, is there an exit to the cave that they know of? Like,
it ends up being a tunnel, but they don't know.
Yeah, they just said, "Oh, it's this cave. Like, this could be a dead end. Like, why are they camping out there? I don't know."
Instead, they obviously run into a cave full of blind golem-like creatures.
They're freaky.
Yeah, they're super freaky that steal all but 2 of the remaining tarts. Like, that's it.
They're balked.
Yeah, this time when PB calls them on the hollow pendant, Finn chucks it over a hill.
Yeah,
like he's got an arm.
Cannon on this boy. This 12 or 13-year-old boy.
And
Absolute
of course,
rocket ship.
He's fearing to face the accountability of losing the tarts, right?
And is it setting in yet that this was a bad idea?
I think it's starting to. You know, Finn finally realizes like the absurdity of his plan and understands that PB is going to get got because of his hubris, he says.
Not hubris. It's hubris.
Just when it couldn't get worse, and of course, like Jake's trying to comfort him and stuff. He's like, no, it'll be fine. But just when it couldn't get worse, a butterfly lands on the tote and robs them of the last 2 tarts via laser gun.
Hold up.
Yeah, at laser gun point is what they put. With the last hope of the tarts gone, Jake comes up with a plan to smash into the ceremony and stop Congress from chopping PB's head off. And I just want to say, Jake the human, while I was doing my notes, was like, did Jake the dog participate in January 6th?
What did I say at the beginning of this episode? When did it air? He stormed the Capitol.
They run off to save Princess Bubblegum, but they arrive just as the axe swings. Just too late. No. Except there's a tart being chopped.
Oh.
Yeah, not her
Why
head.
did I react like that then?
I don't know, man. Did you not watch the episode?
In the UK, when the part where we think PB is getting her head chopped off, but really they were chopping a tart, was shortened. So it doesn't specify, but
I assume so. It doesn't look like her head's chopped off. It's probably like another perfectly chopped tart, you know.
Maybe.
The annual back rubbing ceremony begins, and the boys realize that Cinnamon Bun delivered the decoy tarts.
Decoy tarts.
You know, the ones that they poisoned. Once again, Finn thinks that he has killed PB, right?
Or at least paralyzed her for life.
For life, which basically is killing.
Whoa. Little ableist.
Well, no, I don't know how this...
Get her.
No, not just like limbs, but I mean, I don't know how this paralyzing potion works. Does it paralyze everything in you?
She can get a candy IV.
But then, like, what about the cells in her body working? Are they paralyzed?
I don't know.
Because it's a potion.
It's a kid's show.
I know, but that's what I meant.
Well, you're ableist, and we're going to cancel her, guys. Thank you.
So Princess Bubblegum goes to eat one of the tarts. He slaps it out of her hand.
Don't eat that tart.
And he's like, don't eat that tart. She's like, okay, I'll eat this other tart instead. She eats it. He's like, oh my God, the princess is paralyzed.
She's like...
Yeah. However, She was just gripped by the flavor.
She's absolutely gripped by the flavor.
Absolutely. They must have accidentally given Cinnamon Bun the real tarts and toted the poison decoys across the desert themselves.
Silly boys.
Just fully poisoning random strangers for no reason.
Yeah. Including that butterfly with the ray gun.
Which was
the laser.
a very silly visual of it. Just like
still like falling through the sky, holding the gun and the tarts.
Yes. This, of course, was all according to Finn's master plan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
The princess gets Finn to tell her about the poison tart and alternate plans, but she cannot stay mad at him. You know why?
Because she lied to him too.
She did. She was never going to be decapitated. She just said that so he and Jake wouldn't eat the tarts, which is crazy.
In the UK, everything from and including because I lied to you to the moment when the royal tart toter comes bursting through the door
In just a moment.
was cut for unknown reasons, possibly time. It is also possible that this cut was due to the word decapitate, but since the other references to PB getting decapitated minus the example above,
Sure.
they're not cut, it is unlikely that they cut this large segment for that.
Interesting.
So they don't know why.
Interesting. I wonder why, because that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, and also when Finn and PB hug, that's also cut.
Yeah, so they call it even, they hug, that whole
Cut.
thing. Just as they call it even and they hug, right? The old mad tart toter bursts through the doors with a squirrel and a chicken on each hand. Like one on one hand, one on the other. Apparently, he can't see or hear anymore.
Yeah, just don't move.
But he can feel their movement.
Oh.
And so
Like a
PB...
T-Rex.
Right? So PB warns everyone to stay still. He seems confused, He's like... Eat
Hello?
my tarts, hoping someone will eat them, and dives into this insane monologue.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
I'm ready.
This cosmic dance of bursting decadence and withheld permissions twists all our arms collectively. But if sweetness can win, and it can, then I'll still be here tomorrow to high-five you yesterday, my friend. Peace.
Fun fact about that. In the promo art for that, there's like clouds like swirling, but it's never shown.
No,
in the
it's
episode.
not.
Yeah.
The episode ends with the tart toter drifting off into space past LSB and a bunch of like sweets before Finn takes a step back, reacting to him with a sheesh. And that's it.
That's
for
the episode, my friend.
For that episode. Any more censorship or any of that?
It was just a total of 23 or 24 seconds that was cut in the UK. It didn't give any data about the Philippines or anything else, but
Yeah. For the DVD commentary, it was just a little bit. Apparently, they had hosted a contest for the poem at the end. But Pendleton Ward ended up liking Tom Herpick's more. And so they just used his.
sad.
Right? And then there was a moment where Ako Castuera they were talking a lot about like the nitty gritty of animation and like behind the scenes stuff. And she's like, oh, the whites of the eyes, we don't really do that anymore. And they're like, we didn't do it when this was happening. She's like, oops. Because that was her drawing, you know? So yeah, there's just like little bits of nitty gritty things here and there. And they talked about logistic type of stuff for animation, but it's hard without any visuals,
right?
To like actually describe it. So that's all I got. Where was the snail?
I'll tell ya. You gotta stop asking me questions when I'm drinking.
Sorry,
Like,
you want me to redo it?
no, it's fine. Keep it in. The snail appears at 9 minutes and 7 seconds.
That's a pretty late one.
Yeah, it goes against your early theory.
Where is it?
It's in the window when they basically see that Cinnamon Bun is like, okay.
Yeah.
It's in the window and Cinnamon goes, hey. And it's just, let me see where. There it is.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Very small moment in time.
Yeah,
and
but
you'll see it on the Instagram post tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Wait
for it. Anyways, I didn't mention about Cinnamon Bun, but he did do a front flip into the punch.
Yeah.
Ruining the punch.
Absolutely. We were watching this episode together.
We were. Yeah.
And we were like, ew, dude.
Dude, come on.
Behave. But, well, that's pretty much all I got. I don't know if you got anything else.
Yeah, I think there's like one more thing. Uh-oh.
What could that be? It's your turn to do it.
It's the tiny treasure.
What? Shake it a little bit. Whoa.
Oh, it wants to be opened. Let's find out what it is. Oh?
It's our terrible microphone from the LA trip that we took.
It is. Look at this little
The
guy.
ones that didn't work at all, and then I forgot I had the good mics in the bag the whole time.
Hey, we made it work.
Kinda.
It was fine.
It was a fun trip. But yeah, it's got our
Cute.
little wireless mic. I was thinking about clipping it somewhere onto something, you know.
Yes. Clip.
Clip.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we can. Oh, I'll get the other one too then, and clip it onto Jake, his like bandana or something.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Look at that.
Well, guys, that's all for us for now. We're gonna go get cooking real quick with a little surprise. This episode is brought to you by Tartside Carry, okay? Let's get this straight once and for all, okay? Tartside Carry does not tote tarts. They tart totes. They tart totes. Huge difference. You bring them a tote, any tote, boring tote, sad tote, emotionally unavailable tote, and they tart it, okay? Suddenly it's flaky, suddenly it's charming, suddenly it knows the difference between jelly and jam. So yeah, if you're the kind of person who's saying, oh yeah, that's the company that totes tarts, you're a liar, please stop embarrassing yourself. They tart totes. Go to tartsidecarry.com using promo code DDJLS for a discount, about 10%, because life is too short for untarted totes. Tartside Carry. Common misconception.
This ad is for comedic purposes only. Any companies, products, or services mentioned are completely fictional and should not be taken seriously. This ad serves as a wildly self-indulgent attempt to launch a voice acting career. No actual endorsements, partnerships, or corporate conspiracies were harmed in the making of this ad. Many will enter, few will win. Enjoy responsibly.
Back to the show. And welcome back, you guys.
Welcome back.
We got tarts.
The perfect tarts.
The royal tarts. Cheers.
Chink.
But before we get into these delicious little somethings, we made them, by the way, this is a co-op dish if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I mean,
There was only
what
one
else would we
thing.
make?
The paralyzing agent, which I did. But before we get into that, let's shout out our subscriber of the week. It is Brian E7735.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you, Brian. This is another example of people who use their subscriber visibility and turn that on for us.
Yes.
That's the only way we can shout you guys out. So
Yeah, otherwise you'll miss it and you won't get your chance to be shouted out on the podcast.
thank you again, Brian, for supporting the show.
Thank you.
And let's dig in.
Let's dig in. Look at these little guys.
How do you bite? I've never eaten a tart before. Do you just bite it?
You know,
just chomp?
in the show they sliced them into like quarters. But I think we're just gonna chomp
We're
them.
just gonna chomp them.
They're gluten free.
Yes.
They are made with whipped cream and cream cheese.
The strawberry glaze we made.
We did make that because I couldn't buy it. I couldn't find it anywhere.
So we just basically made it like you would make jam, but a little less steps and like less
Yeah.
time. So
Pretty
it's basically
simple.
a strawberry jam, and then
With fresh strawberries in between in the middle layer.
yep, and then you got the powdered sugar, the Cool Whip, the cream cheese all mixed together, and then you layer
Lemon juice.
lemon juice. Then you layer that, and then the strawberry, and then that, and then the strawberry. Then we got a cute little half strawberry on top.
Yeah.
So let's take a little bite.
Another cheers.
Okay.
Cheers. Without the sound from the dishes.
Right.
All right, here we go. Are you gripped with the flavor?
I need more information. Hold on.
It doesn't taste like I thought it would from the show,
Right.
but I did get this recipe from people who make Adventure Time food.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna chow down,
Yeah. We'll be back, guys.
and you'll see no tart in hand. Bye. I'm like, I need something else in my body.
All right, last bite. Here we go. It's a lot of cream. And we're back. How perfect were those perfect tarts?
So perfect.
Those perfect royal tarts. It's a lot of dairy,
I need a
guys.
minute. First note. They tasted fine. They tasted great.
So much dairy.
So, like,
Mush.
every bite was just a void of mush.
Well, to be fair, we didn't refrigerate between each layer.
Too long, yeah, because I got stuff going on. But
Yeah.
it was just so, like, I was fearing every time I was eating around the crust. And, like, I was like, okay, I got to bite into it. And I was like, I don't want to.
It's so much mush.
Because it's, like, up to my mustache in mush, like, as I'm biting. I'm like, I don't. And every time, like, towards the end, I was like, okay, I'm getting full. Like, anyways, I'm just getting full. And then also just thinking about it as I'm like, you're talking about Cool Whip. I'm like,
Yeah, it's a lot of dairy. It's a lot of the same texture. And I think that's probably more the problem. Like if there was a crunchy layer,
Right.
that might have helped.
Yeah, something to in between
Yeah.
the two layers of fluff.
Right.
Something in between to break that. Or maybe just one layer of fluff would have been fine for me.
Maybe, yeah. That especially for the size of our little tarts.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I would have been fine with, like, in fact, one layer of glaze, one layer of the fluff, and then one layer of glaze on top. I think that would have been probably better for me.
Personally, yeah.
And I also said during our little break, and she's like, say this on mic. If it were like just cream cheese, kind of like a carrot cake, you know, like how they have like the cream cheese frosting.
Or like a cheesecake, you know.
Like a cheesecake, which I'm not the biggest fan of cheesecake either. I don't dislike cheesecake, but
I feel like I felt the middle or the filling would be more solid. Mm-hmm. You know?
It was not.
It was very fluff.
Maybe we did need that second pack of the
of cream cheese.
yeah. Or maybe just like a quarter of the
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done as much Cool Whip.
It was so much.
It was a lot happening.
It tasted really good. I know I'm like being like all blah,
but
like,
texture was weird.
it actually tasted fantastic. It was just a lot for me to like overcome mentally as I'm like I was like, because I even promised at the end, I said, oh, it's all gonna be gone, and I'm like, well, I gotta keep that promise now. So,
yeah, the flavor, amazing.
yes.
The texture,
worrisome at best.
the crust was fantastic.
Crust was
though.
awesome.
Oh my god.
By the way, we've never done that kind of crust before. I haven't.
not on our show.
Definitely not. But basically, we had like these little like black like molds.
Yeah, they're super cute little tartlet molds.
And we just went, put them in, and just kind of like made sure they all like matched up, and we just made a little shell. It was super easy. But
Yeah, and no, it was a
turned out
super
awesome.
easy one. It's very similar to pie crust. You know,
What went into this? It was butter. It was flour.
salt, and egg,
Was there any sugar in this one?
powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar. Yes.
Powdered sugar. Yeah, and that was it. I don't know how many of those I can have though, because it's like
Just the one will do me.
it's sitting in my tummy
I was gripped by something.
by lactose intolerance.
I was gripped by my own shortcomings of my body. Well,
All right.
that was pretty good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think ours will make it to the annual back rubbing ceremony.
No, these were the reject tarts for sure.
But
Which we did make 2 reject tarts, by the way.
We had high hopes.
Yeah, we made like them on purpose because we had extra like shell, basically extra like
Extra dough.
crust, extra dough crust dough, and we put them in like cupcake molds because that was the only thing that we had left, and so then we just put them in there, and they looked a little worse for the wear.
For sure, they didn't have the cute little like edging of
Yeah,
the
it was
thing,
just like a round thing, and it was like burned at the top. So those are the reject
They're the
tarts.
reject.
Well, thank you guys so much. Obviously, since it's a co-op dish, we don't really have room to rate it too much, but let's just
for fun.
Let's remind them of the scale. Why don't we? Thinking about number 1, where we got unacceptable. 2, where we got boom, boom. 3, where we got check, please. 4, in which we have flip. Hey, that's my table. What the zip? 5, we got nooch. 6, we got grease. 7, we got schmauzow. 8, we got slamacow. 9, we got Tops Blueby, which you would think is the top, but it's not because the top is mathematical. And
What would you rate it?
personally?
Personally?
Because I think you seem to not remember this, but I think we established that like co-op dishes are either a 1, 5, or a 10.
I don't remember that at all.
I remember that for some reason. Let me know if you guys remember that, because I
don't put it in the averages.
I know I said it out loud. I just don't know if we cut it or not. But I said it. I remember that specifically because I was thinking about that way before we even started doing this dish. But anyway, if we're going on the 1, 5, 10 scale, it's gonna be a 10.
Oh.
Only because
I thought you would have bumped it down to a 5.
Only because I don't think it's like a 6 or lower.
Right.
So it's like that's kind of like the round down, like 6.5 or lower would be round down.
If not a 1, 5, 10.
If not a 1, 5, 10, I'd probably give this like a 7.
Yeah.
Just because it's like it tastes great, but like the texture is an absolute nightmare to me.
Yeah. I would say either a schmauzow or a slamacow. So
I wouldn't go slamacow personally.
I would be happy with a schmauzow.
Okay. I think that works.
Deal. Mutual respect.
Maybe the greatest deal in what was it? Maybe the greatest trade deal in all of deals or whatever. I don't know. Oh, it was the greatest trade deal in history, maybe ever.
Maybe ever. That was
Yeah,
it.
I remember the maybe ever. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today. If you want more of us, if you can't get enough of us, and you want to find our socials where we don't really
sick of us.
where we don't really post that much that we probably as much as we should.
We probably should post more.
Yeah, go on to TikTok and Instagram at DDJLS Podcast.
And if you want to send us an email, you can do so at ddjlspodcast@gmail.com.
And if you're just listening in your little ear holes on Spotify or Apple or something else.
Or Deezer.
That's
whatever.
not part of it. That's a music distribution.
Is it?
We talked about this. Every time you say it, I'm always like, no.
I don't know why that one.
It's-
Podbean? No, that's not right.
Podbean's a hosting site.
Is it?
Yeah.
Other places where you listen to
Well, if you're
podcasts.
doing that audio only style, well, you should come watch
Stitcher.
watch video style on youtube.com/DDJLS podcast, or just look up, dude, don't just lick stuff. Pretty unique name. Tough.
I think you'll find it.
Yeah.
And you'll see our smiling faces.
That's us.
Ding.
And you'll see my revolted reaction to the texture.
If you want to send us any physical mail, you can do so at Dude, Don't Just Lick Stuff, P.O. Box 183, Sutter Creek, California 95685.
It's gonna all be in the description anyways.
You'll know it.
At least for the P.O. box, probably.
You'll find it.
But if you guys can't remember DDJLS podcast, honestly, we don't want you. It's pretty easy to remember. No, I'm kidding. Of course. Thank you to everyone, especially you, Brian E.
Thank you, Brian E.
7735. Thank you,
Yes.
Brian E. 7735. And to all our people out there, we bid you adieu.
A happy annual back rubbing ceremony to you.
Rub someone you love. Bye. I was wondering if like you were gonna wear the same shirt too, and I was gonna come out and be like, one of us has to change.
One of us has to change.
Welcome back to Dude Don't. Great. I almost said when I was introducing it, and I almost laughed through it, but I almost said the American podcast,
Oh.
and I was like, turkey.
Thanksgiving.